Hello there, I'm Flounders McGulliver Jr., and this is your last week on the internet, in review. Fortnite users were upset this week to discover that they wouldn't be allowed to use dance emotes in their virtual Holocaust museum. Yes, we're starting off at this level. The museum was created by game designer Luke Bernard, who said he wanted to educate people and help give kids a way to go see museums they might otherwise have no way of visiting. Of course, this angered the neo-Nazis that play Fortnite, because that's the kind of world we live in. Because of this, Luke Bernard is keeping his holodeck museum on hold because he's worried that the child Nazis and followers of prominent Holocaust denier Nick Fuentes might try to go into the museum, destroy it with a pickaxe, and build a giant swastika on the rubble before making Iron Man and Superman floss in the aftermath. Yeah, the Matrix was way less weird than what we're actually getting. Speaking of anti-Semitic behavior, James Gunn has lied about promises he made to Wonder Woman actress Gal Gadot. While promoting her new Netflix feature film Heart of Stone, Gadot told the press that both Gunn and Safran, the CEOs of DC Studios, had invited her to a meeting and told her, quote, "You're in the best hands. We're going to develop Wonder Woman 3 with you. We love you as Wonder Woman. You've got nothing to worry about." End quote. James Gunn took to Instagram, Twitter, and Threads to deny that any promises were ever made and call Gal Gadot a liar. Unfortunately, he'd already bragged about not getting rid of Gal's character and even bragging about his meeting with her on the internet. Here's a few choice quotes. "We didn't let Gal go. I'm not sure where you're getting that we booted Gal. Yes, we met with her weeks ago." You see, when you leave your old lies up on Zuckerberg's new social media platform, that's what we call a dangling plot thread. I guess this explains why James still uses that service that auto-deletes all of his old tweets after a few weeks. And here I thought it was just to hide all of the child porn jokes and racism. If I were James, I'd be more worried about the continued box office failures of my studio rather than gaslighting Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman into not kicking my ass at the Warner Brothers lot. That's like the holy trinity of bad DC decisions, but it doesn't end there. No, the director of the first Suicide Squad movie, David Ayer, told his followers that James Gunn had promised to release the original Ayer cut of the 2016 film after the DCU had found its footing. So that's one more public lie that James has been caught in this week. I mean, James famously liked and shared a tweet by a porn star insulting David as a director and a human being. James said it was an accident, though, and that he hadn't read the whole tweet, likely because he'd already nutted to her profile picture by the second sentence. But don't worry, James wasn't the only one flubbing on social media this week. David Ayer himself made a big doo-doo when he seemingly called Zack Snyder's fans vultures and sided with an openly racist Twitter user named Arclight. Zack Snyder's fans are famously the largest proponent of getting his cut released. David later clarified that he'd never interacted with the account before, and because he's a busy film director, didn't know anything about these losers online. He was also apparently confused by the vague jab that the account had made at Snyder fans. And to be fair, the people who have attacked Ayer have mostly been James Gunn's fans who didn't want another Suicide Squad movie getting more praise than James. Which brings us to the Arclight highlight reel segment of our show. Here's a reading of a few of Arclight's best tweets about David Ayer. Stop making excuses for that fucking shit director. Ayer is a hit-or-miss director with more misses than hits. You fuckers act like he's some Nolan or Villeneuve. Ayer is not even Michael Bay's level, and that's a damn sad thing to say. I find you Indian Pakistani dudes are the most insane when it comes to Snyder fans. Jesus Christ, man, calm yourself down. Calling Arclight out for that last one led to about 20 accounts trying to dox me and my wife and also DMing me photos of Hitler a while back. So honestly, the fact that I get to put this piece of shit on blast and that David Ayer agrees with me feels pretty great. Of course, Arclight was far from the only former Ayer hater to turn a 180. Only now that David has clarified that he doesn't actually hate Zack Snyder or his fans, these people are faced with either continuing to support David's movie, which they never wanted to, or showing how phony their allegiance truly was. Either way, I think we can all agree that the best Suicide Squad movie is the Assault on Arkham animated movie, and that Ryan Gosling being the studio's top pick to play the Joker back in 2016 would have been one hell of an upgrade. Speaking of Kinergy, women are reportedly breaking up with their boyfriends after seeing the Barbie movie. Whether they're looking for a fantastic life in plastic has yet to be clarified. Apparently, the movie for children about plastic toys based on the original sex doll named Build Lily and created by Adolf Hitler for the Nazis to get their nut off on the front lines, has empowered a lot of already emotionally unstable women to break up with men. Yes, all of that is real. I couldn't have made it up if I tried. Women are saying that men will never understand them, likely because when we ask, they just say, "It's nothing." One user on Reddit even pondered if she was an asshole for breaking up with her boyfriend because he thought the movie was bad. Maybe the fact that men want to be seen as more than a fashion accessory is just too revolutionary for these women. If it's wrong to be a Ken, then lock me up in the state penitentiary. Ask not what you can do for your country. Ask what your country can do for you. A few months back, the Destiny 2 gaming community heard the sad news that Commander Zavala's voice actor Lance Reddick had passed away unexpectedly. Lance was well known for his roles in the John Wick films as well as The Wire and Horizon Zero Dawn. Bungie, the company that makes the Destiny games, has announced that the voice actor that will keep the character of Zavala an active member of the Destiny ongoing narrative is none other than Spawn veteran voice actor Keith David. Nobody can ever truly replace Lance, and many of us who play the game will miss him. He actively engaged with fans, recorded memes for them, and joined in on more raids than I've ever played through in my life. But it's comforting to know that someone with the acting chops and sincerity of Keith David is who Bungie is entrusted to keep Zavala's story going. This has been your last week on the internet. Tune in next week to see if Zuckerberg and Musk actually get into that cage match they keep teasing or not. Stay safe out there.